Hello everybody. So this session is about U-Turn NAT in Palo Alto. This concept is applicable for all the vendor. The way of configuration may be different, whatever Palo Alto, Checkpoint, Fortinet, or other vendor. The concept is same. The way of configuration may be different as for vendor. Okay. So what is the U-Turn NAT, guys, and what is the use case in the production, and how we can configure it? So we'll try to see the theory as well as lab. Okay. So Uternet basically, Uternet, when we use Uternet, guys, okay? See, Uternet is often used in a network where internal users need access to an internal DMZ server using their server external public IP address. Okay, so maybe consider this is the internal users in your company, and this is the your DMZ part. This is the server which is hosted on the DMZ, but the inside people want to access this DMZ not directly via public IP address like that. Okay, and DMZ server is going to reply, and again it will come to this inside. So within, for example, this is the part of inside, this is the part of inside. So you can access directly. There is no any NAT is required because both are the part of inside. And everybody aware like NAT is required if you go on the internet. Something publicly involved, then NAT is required, right? And something we want to convert like public to private, so NAT is required. So Ethernet one of the use case, guys. If you want to access your inside resources which is hosted on the DMZ from the inside, we can select PC or laptop. At that times you can use Ethernet. Okay. In short, I can tell like there is maybe our prime minister. Just consider take examples. So if you are the part of his family, you can directly meet. There is no any appointment and other approach is required. But if you are not the part of his family, okay, if you want to meet him, we need to book some appointment, right? We need to call maybe his secretary and then we can meet it. So this is the part of U-turn, right? We can't directly meet. So same things, U-turn nets work, guys. Okay. Let me explain other use cases also. So maybe DNS configurations. Okay, so maybe your internal users resolve the server public IP address. Okay, via DNS. So server public IP address you want to server public IP address you want to resolve via DNS, but your server is hosted in the DMZ or internal network. So in that case, we can use U-Turn. Okay. Other case, guys, application required. Okay, maybe some application require access to server using their public IP address. So some application require access to servers using their public IP address. Okay, even the server are internally hosted. But if you want to access through public IP address, at that time Uternets comes in the picture. Maybe required sometimes in the company, guys. Okay, so these are the use case. Okay, let's understand our topology and we'll try to achieve that. So this is our inside and this is our DMZ server. See, if you want to do telnet or other stuff, we can directly do because both are the part of inside. Maybe only security policy is required, right? Or routing is required. But if you want, like, if you want to do telnet, if you want to access 10.2.2.10, this is our DMZ server via this external IP address, this public IP address. Let me take the pen also so that I can explain. And Uternet, guys, in Uternet, we need to use both things, source NAT as well as translation NAT. So source network address translation, destination network address translation, both are used in the case of Uternet, guys. Okay. So this is our inside PC. If you want to access the DMZ server, only security policy required because both are the part of internal. We can access directly. But this is our scenario is we need to access this public IP and then it will come to the DMZ server. Okay. So this is U-turn. We are not accessing directly. This traffic is coming to the firewall, then it is hitting public IP, and then it is getting translated to the DMZ server. Even you are the part of internal, like source and destination both are the part of internal. But if you want to access that destination through public IP address, this is the lab environment, so this is private, but consider this is the public IP address. So you are accessing this server not directly by a public IP address. So this is the U-turn, guys. So this is the use case. Maybe in your company also it is required. So you can configure like that. Okay. I hope concept is clear for everybody. If not, please comments and I will try to respond whenever I will free. Okay. Let's try to implement it, guys. Okay. So we need to come on the firewall. And I think security policy is already there. We just need to add the NAT. Okay, so security policy already there inside to DMZ and outside, and services in that is fine. So we need to go on the NAT, guys, and we need to click on the NAT, and maybe we can add like give the name any name like U-Turn NAT. Okay, what are the original packet, guys? Original is the part of inside because people from inside try to access the DMZ, but what is the source zone inside, right? Because the people who is sitting inside, so it is the part of inside zone. Okay, what is destination zone? Because you want to go outside, then DMZ. So destination zone will be outside, guys. Destination interface services I'm keeping any, but in production we can be a specific. Okay, so source zone is the part of inside. So this PC is the part of inside. We need to access this IP, public IP. This is the part of outside. That is the regions I'm putting as a destination zone outside. Okay, source zone maybe we can keep this IP 10.1.1.13. We can keep here 10.1.1.13. Maybe in company we can keep network here. What is destination address? Destination address, this IP address 192.168, 192.168, 1.108. Let me explain again. Source zone inside, destination zone outside, because this is the part of outside. This public IP is the part of outside. Okay. Source address this PC, and destination address this one 192.168.1.108. So this is our original packet look like. Now, what is the translated packets? See, in translated packet, we need to use both source address translation and destination address translation. So both are required in U-Turn NAT, guys. So we should be a specific, okay? So we can use like dynamic IP import. We can use interface. And what is the interface? Interface should be our, you know, Ethernet 1/3, because server is the part of DMZ. Ethernet 1/3. And what is the IP address? This one. Okay, this is the part of DMZ. Okay, so please be, we can say please concentrate on in. So this translation type you are using dynamic IP import, address type interface address. What is the interface address? Ethernet 1/3. What is its IP address? 10.2.2.11. So if this PC 10.1.1.13 try to hit 1.108, it is going to be translated with this IP 10.2.2.11. Okay, so this is the part of source address translation. And in destination address translation, guys, we need to use a static, and we can use the this IP address, actual DMZ IP address 10.2.2.10, 10.2.2.10. Okay, so this is how U-Turn NAT configure, and this is how it look like. Okay, let's click OK, and then we can commit it, and then we can test it. So meanwhile, I'm just pausing it so that our session will not long. Okay, guys, so commit is done, and let's see. And when I try to telnets, let me do again. Okay, so I'm on the inside PC and I'm trying to do telnet 192. This is our public IP address. This is private basically, but consider it this is the lab environment. Okay, so 192.168.1.108. I think it is 108, right? 108, yes. 1.108, and we'll hit on the port 80. So now we are able to access it. Okay, then we need to come on the firewall. We can also see the session some session. See, guys. So whenever in flag we are able to see NB. NB means, guys, both like source address translation, also destination address translations. This one. I'm able to see the hit count means our rule is properly working. And if you come here, so in the log, if you are able to see in the log guys, if you are able to see flag NB, NB means both source address translation and destination address translations. So it indicates U-Turn NAT guys, okay? And we are able to access it, okay? And we can see like, so session ID. And if you want to go deep dive, we can use this ID and go deep dive. So this is how it is working. We can, this is client to server flow. This is our inside people try to hit our outside public IP address. And now when coming reply, this is our DMZ server, and it's telling it give reply to the our DMZ interface IP address of the firewall. Okay. And which NAT rule is hitting as? NAT rule is hitting UNAT. Whatever we have added just, right? So it indicates like everything is working fine as expected. So this is the beauty of U-Turn NAT, and this is how we can configure. So I hope you guys really like it. If you like my efforts, please share, like, subscribe as much as possible. Let's meet on the next session. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much for your time, and thanks for watching.